I'm with Andrea MacDonald, who's the CEO of United Way PEI. Andrea, you've been in that role for 5 months?
5 months since June.
Great, and got here just in time, or for the little bit of a lead up for the 2016 island-wide campaign. That's a big undertaking. What's your island-wide target this year?
We have $1 million target. That's thanks to the generosity of Islanders, whether that's corporations, individuals, workplaces. That's a lot of fundraising that happens in a short amount of time. So yeah, it's a big goal.
I'm sure it is, and we'll talk some more about that. And let's talk first about your background and coming to this. So everything you've done is community development, including your role now with the United Way.
Yeah.
And you started out in PEI?
I did. I'm an Islander. I grew up. I went right through. My daughter's at Spring Park right now, and I started at Spring Park as well. And I graduated, and I went off to university, and I actually have a recreation and a management degree from Dalhousie, which led me to start doing some of the international work I did with the organization Right to Play in Africa. Yeah.
How long were you in Africa or involved in that work with Right to Play?
With Right to Play, I spent 2 years in Ethiopia and 1 year in a refugee camp in Kenya. And then after that, I ended up working based out of Halifax, but spending almost half my year in West Africa, in Sierra Leone and the Gambia, with another organization doing health education.
And here you are back to PEI, so people looking for a repatriation story, it's a great one. And you're stepping into a big community development role in Prince Edward Island as CEO of United Way, and that's a big volunteer operation you're running.
It's a big operation, and I'm really grateful to have the opportunity. I feel really lucky. We actually didn't come home for me. We came home, my husband got a job, and I was doing some consulting, and this opportunity came up, and I thought this was what I'm passionate about. It's working collaboratively with other organizations and with the community, and I just have a real vision for where we can get if we can really rein it together and kind of work collectively.
And on the fundraising side, do you have a number for how many volunteers are involved?
Ooh, I don't have a number. It would be, we work with a lot of workplaces, and within each of those workplaces they have large groups of people that are help running, doing special events, and then key coordinating events. So within the province you have the employees get together and they manage a large campaign, but within each workplace, small workplaces with like 5 people have a group working with us, and lots of volunteers right across the community organizing special events and students. So it's a really diverse. I don't know the number. I wish I did.
And I know from our own experience, well, mine in other contexts, and then here in the provincial public service, there's also a considerable effort goes into, you might say, team building or community building beyond the fundraising itself.
Yeah. And I think I did work for Volunteer Canada for a year at one point, and employee giving and employee supported volunteerism it's really shown to have a great impact on the workplace itself. It really can be, team building is a great part, to feel part of something and to be supported in that in your workplace is really, there's a lot of research to show that that supports employee engagement.
And on the other side of it, the relationships with the various community organizations and initiatives that benefit from United Way resources, that's a big enterprise, I'll call it, to set direction, to ensure that the money's going to the right places. Maybe you can tell us sort of how the CEO, about the CEO's role in making all of that work.
Yeah, so this year we have switched a little bit, so we have some new big guiding directions of the areas that we work. So we work within poverty, issues of poverty, healthy communities, and children. So we're letting that guide the way we invest back in the community, but really they're really broad reaching, and we want to make sure we're working at community level and that the work that's done and invested is being collaborative work that's working to better Islanders. So all the money is staying on PEI and it's focused on issues specific to island needs.
And the benefits go throughout the province.
Yeah.
And then the work to make sure that people see that and understand the impact of United Way is is all tied up in the strategic direction that you're developing.
Exactly. And so we're really privileged to be able to work. There are so many amazing organizations working across this province. So the challenge we have is we have a lot of requests for support and a lot of great work happening. But where we really try to invest our money is where we can see organizations are working on results, so that we can see the impact that they're having and that they are really focused on seeing the positive change in their community. And that's where we're trying to play a role in capacity of the nonprofit sector too. We're offering training and measuring and evaluation for people working in the sector so that we can be all on the same page when we're trying to move forward on these complex issues.
So where do you get your kind of next boost in terms of energy or drive? There are a lot of pieces that you are responsible for encouraging to move in the right direction. Is that something that you ever kind of find that you need a boost?
There's always days everybody needs a boost, I think. But I really get energy from working with other organizations, and I get my energy when we see something happen, when we bring a group of people together and something else happens from that. So we have an example of I brought a group of people together who were all working within the area of children and literacy, and they went and had another meeting to say, okay, are we doing any overlap? Is there gaps in, how should we be working better together? And that, to me, I feel like those are success stories that are not always going to be the ones that would be on the headlines or the money, but really us facilitating people, and that's what motivates me.
Well, we're very grateful that you're here and that you're doing this, and that you've got the energy and the experience that you bring to this as a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I think that's really important in this series with entrepreneurship, is to recognize, particularly in Prince Edward Island, the important part of community leadership and development and social entrepreneurship.
Great, thank you. And we appreciate the support from the province. Has been strong supporters of the United Way over the years, and it means a big deal. It's a big support for us.
Great. Well, good luck with the finishing stages of the 2016 campaign and with the continuation of your great work, Andrea.
Great, thank you.